This is my third attempt to start a video which kind of shows me how I'm better off not making videos when I'm not feeling it. I'm making a video because I realize I haven't made a video in about a week, and folks might want to check in, and I'm saying hello. The week's been strange, bittersweet. Been having some great gigs with my band, Chemicals. We just got added to a show with Stuart Ham, who used to play with Joe Satriani and Steve Vai, opening for him next week at the Waiting Room. But I got news yesterday that a good friend of mine passed away a few days ago, and I didn't even, I didn't know until a few days later. Old musician friend of mine, but good friend of mine. We actually were roommates back in the 80s. Rich Madsen was his name. And we shared some music history as well. Never made any records, but he and I were in a punk rock band early on in Omaha. Before there was a punk rock scene, we were one of the first punk bands in town, called Elvis and His Boss, named after a Residents tune. Rich was a big Residents fan. Matter of fact, he and I made the trek out to California in the early 80s to see the Mole Show, because we were such fans and the Residents never played live, so this was an event. We went out there to catch it together. That's what's on my mind, and the way that I can hook that into music is that some of the music that Rich was a big music fan, and the music that we had in common was punk and post-punk, and a band that we both loved a lot was Joy Division. So I actually played this yesterday as in memoriam to Rich. Closer, Joy Division. I have, I don't want to pull them all, but I'll pull some. I have some Joy Division. Which one is this? The single. Here's Love Will Tear Us Apart, 12-inch single. I've had this since it came out. She's Lost Control. Still. Yeah, I've got this when it came out. I actually owned an original of this by Warsaw, an Ideal for Living, and sold it years ago. I have more Joy Division, but I'll just show these right quick. And we love the band Wire, and we covered the band Wire in Elvis and His Boss. We played some songs off of Pink Flag, and also Chairs Missing. Rich was a big Wire fan. He especially loved this album, 154, which I love as well. Just showing some Wire. He was a big Wire fan. We just lost Bernie Worrell too, unfortunately, and my friend Rich loved Funkadelic. So just show some Funkadelic. Kind of a way of showing a little bit more of the collection. Actually, for those that are interested, even though I don't always label my videos what I'm showing, I show a lot of this collection throughout the 1,000+ videos that I've made. But Rich was also a big George Clinton Funkadelic fan. So, of course, I have Maggot Brain, Parliament, Chocolate City, Funkadelic, Let's Take It to the Stage, Funkadelic, Cosmic Slop, Standing on the Verge of Getting It On, and my Beat copy of their first album. Those are just some albums that my friend, he loved music. He also liked industrial music, and the latest addition to my collection found this used at Almost Music. XTG, which is basically Throbbing Gristle, The Final Report, Desert Shore. Genesis Peoria is not on here. It's dedicated to the memory of, well, you can see glossy, dedicated to the memory of Peter Christopherson, who had died of Throbbing Gristle. And I only got to play actually one track of this because I've been I got the news about Rich shortly after I got this. It just really just sucks, even though we know that death is inevitable, but he was a close friend. He really was. He was like a brother. A year younger than me. But I'll be spinning some more of this because he was a big Throbbing Gristle fan. And what the bit that I played of it I really liked. I just wanted to say hello, folks. Keeping it short. Much to muse on in this crazy world, but I just want to keep it short and I hope that you're all doing well. Tomorrow is my 61st birthday, July 7th. I share the birthday date with Ringo Starr. That's always been a big one to me, being a Beatles fan. It made me feel special, as a kid when I found out that Ringo Starr and I shared the same birthday. So I'll talk to you soon, folks. I'm in mourning. I'm kind of for Bernie Worrell, Scotty Moore of Elvis Presley. His guitarist died. People are just leaving us. I mean, I can't even think of all the folks, and then my good friend Rich, who spent a lot of time in this room with me, making music and hanging out.